Hi, Larry Parman here. Again, talking about the power of attorney form. What that document can do, we've covered this in previous episodes, previous broadcasts, but I come to you again from the Viking cruise ship on the Danube River in Austria, making our way from Budapest to Amsterdam. Great trip, enjoying it very much. Few key points that I have not covered in previous episodes concerning a power of attorney. First of all, sometimes people want to name more than one person to serve as their agent. That's permissible. You can do that. The question is, what about the little words that separate those two names? Let's say you have John and Susie. And do you separate their name with the word and or and or? If and, then that means both agents have to act in concert. Both have to agree on every step that they take on your behalf. There are pros and cons to that. Certainly some check and balance features there to that, but it also can slow things down because if you require the signature of the authority of both people, one's out of the country, one can't be reached, that tends to slow things down. The other option is to separate the two names with and or. Now that means that either one of the agents can act alone without approval from the other agent. Again, the pro would be flexibility. The con would be either one could go in their separate direction, right? So again, that might not fit very well. So anyway, that's a key point to consider. Second, we include, in most cases, not always, language that says that the agent holding your power of attorney can amend and modify your trust, maybe even create a trust for you if needed. Now that's something that really needs to be thought through because you may not want to give someone the power to amend or revoke or modify your trust. But again, that power can be included in the document if you like that to occur. We talked earlier about when a power of attorney becomes effective, but quickly, the minute you sign it, it's effective, with one exception, and that is if you have what we call the hybrid power. Remember that? That means that the power is granted to the agent only if two physicians stipulate that you are incapacitated. And then finally, question always comes up. Well, I have a power of attorney, and Larry, you created it for me. I know it's a great document, but do financial institutions have to accept it? And the answer is no. Doesn't happen very often, but we find sometimes that the larger financial institutions balk at accepting a power of attorney, particularly if the power that, or the action that's sought to be taken at that time is not specifically enumerated in the document. They may say no. We've also had instances where they say no if the document's more than 2 years old, or the document is more than 5 years old. That can be very frustrating. So the point is, the advice is, when you have a power of attorney, take it to your financial institutions to be sure that they will accept it. If not, notify us immediately so we can take corrective steps for you in those cases. All right, we've covered a lot about power of attorney forms. I'm going to move on from that topic for a while, may come back to it later, but in any event, I have more to share with you as we go down this beautiful Danube River, and it's a marvel. The Danube River and the Rhine connect, and the reason that it was connected through about a 100-mile canal was to give people the ability, or shippers the ability, to go all the way basically from London, the North Sea, that area, all the way through to the Black Sea and connect with the Asian markets. So it's quite a phenomenon, a whole series of locks to go through, ships going up and down quite a bit. But it's a great trip. Just wish we had a little more time to spend in each location. I kind of feel like, we've been teased a little bit. I could have spent more time in Budapest for sure. Could have spent much more time in Vienna, but we were able to touch a few of the high points. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll talk soon.
If you would like to learn more about creating an estate plan for your family, protecting your assets if you have to go into a nursing home, or transitioning your business, call 405-843-6100 or send an email to info@parmanlaw.com. That's 405-843-6100 and info@parmanlaw.com. Thank you.